Okay, I'm live. Hello. Um, I just ran up the stairs. I'm out of breath because I wanted a cup of tea to share with you. I know it's just me right now, or maybe it's just me and someone else, and that's okay. I might just quickly put on my story wherever my phone is. Maybe I don't need my phone. Maybe it's not important. But anyway, hi. So I'm just gonna get a few more people notified and then I'll start chatting away because I have a few things written down that I want to talk about. I might just quickly get my phone actually. I can't stand because I'm wearing trousers, but it's pajama bottoms and I don't want you to see. But yes, how was everyone's Christmas? How was it? Or whatever you were celebrating in this period, or how was your just holiday? How has it been? I had a really lovely quiet Christmas with my family. Oh, that's so nice. It is nice. I mean, obviously families are complicated and it can actually be quite a traumatic period for some people. I'm very lucky to have a lovely family. And we had a really quiet one, just kind of at home with the dog and the cats. And I saw my parents. Obviously, I don't live at home. I'm not freshly, but I have been, I have lived out of home before, but this year I moved out again into London, and it's almost been a year now that I've been living here. It's gone quickly, but also it's felt like I've been here for years. But I mean, I've been working in London for 8 years now anyway, so I've basically been here the whole time. It was lovely though, and my sister, of course. We were just hanging out, gave our lovely gifts. It is quite like, obviously when you're a kid, so fun to just like get not loads of stuff, but just like get things, and then you're excited to play with them and started to wear things or like and things like that. But thank you. I have been told before that my speaking voice is quite soothing. So stop. Maybe I should do audiobooks and more adverts because I did do an advert this year, although it wasn't necessarily a relaxing advert. But let me just take a sip of this. That's good actually. Where was I? I was talking about Christmas, but I really enjoyed the giving of gifts section this year, mainly because I felt like I did a pretty good job with the gifts, and also like I don't really get lots of gifts from lots of family because like, you know, it's very difficult to buy for a lot of adults. Totally fine. But me and my sister did this thing this year where we just didn't, there was not really anything that I particularly wanted or needed, and the same with her. So we just kind of bought each other surprises, and that was really lovely. And she bought me this actually, this isn't a haul, by the way. She just bought me this really sweet cookbook. I'm not like the best cook, but I do kind of get stuck on certain recipes because it's easier to not comfort eat, but like eat my comfort foods and really like make those and stick to those, because otherwise I get overwhelmed and then I might not eat. So it's better if I just make those. But this is gonna put me out of my comfort zone, and on days where I have a lot of time, because it takes me so long to cook. It might say 15 minutes to prepare, 15 minutes to cook. It's gonna take me an hour and a half potentially, but that's okay. Not for my housemates, but it's good for me. But anyway, she got me that, and then also we're going to see My Neighbour Totoro in London. I'm so excited. I was not expecting it at all, and I've always wanted to go and see it, so I'm so excited. Hello everyone. Anyway, welcome. I've been yapping away because because there's never a script, of course, but I had to put some points down this time because sometimes I do a live stream to chat and then just I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But you know, it's 2 days. Well, no, tomorrow's New Year's Eve, which is kind of crazy. I will say that this year has felt kind of long. When I think back to January, that feels like years ago, if I'm being honest. But it's been short though. I mean, it hasn't felt shorter than last year or any other year. It just is another year, and it's great. I've had a very nice year actually. At the beginning of the year for me, I had no kind of ambition or like kind of idea of where this year was going. I wasn't sure what was going to happen and whether I could keep going, if I'm being honest. I feel like maybe that sounds like a dramatization, but not dramatization, but it feels quite dramatic. But genuinely, Christmas Eve last year, I was writing a list of all the things I could potentially do instead of being an artist because I just like did not feel like it wasn't like I just can't be bothered to do it anymore. It's just it was just more like I don't think I can physically do this anymore. I don't think I have the stamina or the strength mentally to do this anymore. I liked what I was doing. Like I've really enjoyed making music, and actually all of the music from the Maybe I Got It Wrong EP was still during a time where I was like, I don't know where this is going anymore, and I really don't know if people believe in my direction and my like vision for who I'm going to be, or also maybe that wasn't even clear to me yet. So I was kind of a bit like, I don't know, but I feel like I need to rush and hurry up and figure out who I am. Goodness, what the hell? What is going on with that girl? Okay, well, sure, that's actually worse. But anyway, yeah, it's been a long year. I can't believe, actually, Mary's reminded me that I literally had a tour this year. I cannot believe that was this year. It's not that I forgot because, well, no, it is that I forgot, but not because like I didn't have the best time. It was just that it feels like that was years ago. But that was this year. I just feel like a completely different person to who I was in April. Oh, goodness me. I'll probably get emotional talking about it, but I remember that tour. It was so nice. And I know it was such a short tour, but it felt like the perfect, like, presentation of like, okay, let's do a taster and then we can do a big one at some point soon. But yeah, I did say I was going to write some letters as well because I think I promised when the EP was launched, which September or October, cannot remember when, November perhaps. I actually have no idea when the EP came out, but the EP came out and people that pre-saved and signed up would get a letter from me. And I have not forgotten about that. In fact, it's been on my mind for months, but I just haven't been able to like sit down. And now it's Christmas and then I was at home. I was like, I need to rest before I write 100 letters. So I've written some of them. I wrote some of them before Christmas. But here's a sneak peek because you're on the live stream. We've got these little cards. They're really cute. Nothing too fancy. Well, what's happening light-wise? It's because I'm using my the webcam on my laptop instead of my fancy camera because I was like, we don't need to do anything too fancy. We can just make it as simple as possible for myself. Otherwise I get overwhelmed. And then I'm like, I'm doing it wrong, like last time when we were meant to watch a video together and I couldn't figure out how to play the flipping video. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to be able to write these and talk at the same time. I'm not going to lie. But thank you, everyone, for joining me. I'm glad you all had a lovely Christmas holiday period. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Oh, the only thing we're going to hear that. Let me just... Do you know what? While that's happening, I wanted to light some incense, but just haven't. We could do it together. I wonder if... this is such a nice one. It's a bergamot. Bergamot? Bergamot. That's so Essex. I hated that. Let's light it up. Whoa. I hope YouTube doesn't think that this is like drugs or anything and then like shuts me down. It's an incense stick. Get a little... very relaxing. Okay, let's put it in here. I also tidied my room yesterday, which for me is huge. Like, I don't really allow people into my room and never really have because of how messy it gets, like horrifically messy. Just because of who I am. But it's so clean now. And my friend came and helped me and that was like just so lovely. It was just so lovely. Sorry, I've been neglecting the comments. But you're so right, Bonnie, that like just things are complicated and sometimes you're just like, can I even do this anymore? I'm not sure. I just want things to be easy and I just want to be just like, you know, walking at a lovely steady pace through life instead of sometimes being like driven at 1 million miles or just standing completely still and then feeling stuck. It's fine. Acting as an angel. Wow, thank you, Milo. That's I'm not sure what that means actually, but it still sounds really lovely. But yeah, how are we all? Okay, so my plans for New Year's Eve. Tell me your plans in the comments, please. But my plans are super chill. I love dancing, but I just really don't want to go out. So, and also because I'm like first year in my new house. Well, new house, the house that I rent a room in. I've decided to host a couple of people, literally just like 2 people. And just like we might watch the Hootenanny. Maybe if we've got games, we've got cheese boards and some wine. I did buy port because I am 60 years old. No, older than 60. No, joking. I have no idea. But no cigars, just port. And what else? What else are we doing? Playing games. We're vision boarding though. That's a big thing, which is quite a nice segue into my next talking point, which is resolutions. But tomorrow we're going to be vision boarding. Me and my housemate, actually all of my housemates love a bit of crafting. We're not all here, but yeah, we're going to be vision boarding, sticking and cutting out. We've got some magazines. I bought loads of supplies today, which I thought was really cute. But yeah, I kind of have like, I don't really have resolutions that are like restrictive. I don't think restrictive resolutions is good, really. I mean, depending, it's up to you, really. But I prefer to have just, I don't know, just like hopes for the year. And like, I can't read out the list of mine from last year because some of them were very personal. But some of the like kind of more generalized ones for me would definitely be more dancing because I do miss doing dance lessons a lot. More dancing in general, like I guess at the club or in my room or with my housemates in the living room. But also I really want to start ballet again. I have terrible posture and I used to do ballet as a kid. Well, a kid and a teenager. I did it for a really long time. Oh my gosh, congratulations, Bonnie, on moving to the UK. That's exciting. I've never been to Sunderland, but I'm sure it's got some good bits. Yeah, dancing is, I need to do more exercise. I'm not really worried about like losing weight or toning up as such. Although I do really want to do some more weightlifting at the gym. I'm going to start the gym again because I did really well last year. but then kind of I didn't have enough money when I moved, and it wasn't like as close by as my other gym, and I just thought there's no point of like stressing out about this. We're just going to do our best, try and walk as much as we can. But now I feel a bit more settled in my house. I feel like I can go, further out to the gym, and I want to like also maybe try like some powerlifting. Not sure about that right now, but excuse me, that is one of the goals for the year. Powerlifting and ballet, I'm gonna be so strong. It's gonna be crazy. But I also need that because like I have a really bad back. I don't know what's wrong. I haven't gone to the GP about it, but it's been hurting constantly for about 3 years now. And I think it's just from holding my guitar and my posture, playing guitar. And oh my gosh, I don't know if that's from the oh, okay, I'll leave that. I don't know if that's from the incense, but I'm choking on something. Let's have a yes. But yeah, and also okay, so dancing, more exercise, but it's about just making sure my body keeps like can like, do the things it needs to do. I want to get a bit more flexible because my hips are like not flexible. So that's fun. Okay, I want to do more production because a few years ago I produced a song that did take me a while to produce, but I had that on the mixtape that I really loved, and I feel like maybe that's not necessarily the style, although it doesn't really matter. I just kind of want to make some more songs in that world. They might not be for me. They might just be, I don't know, maybe a side project or something for later down the line. But just doing that for the sake of it is kind of what I want to do. I never used to like writing for the sake of it, but now I'm kind of like more into the idea. Not because I didn't like, well, actually, no, it was because I didn't like writing. But I don't feel like I just write for the sake of writing. I write because I really want to convey something or I have something, on my heart, not just to be like, oh, I need to write a song. Do you know what I mean? Although you can do that. And also that has helped me practice. But now I'm more into it, more into like just writing and making a project that isn't necessarily for consumption from other people. I also want to learn more instruments, but I'm also not worried about timing, like time frame, because I don't need to play any necessarily more instruments live. I just kind of want to get back into the drums again because I really enjoyed it when I did it a few years ago and when I was 17. I've like done different, what's it called? There's been different eras where I've picked the drums up. Drums. So another thing that I'm trying to get better at. There's two things. One is keeping my room tidy because I feel so good right now. Although I know that it feels good to have a tidy room. It's just from like stress, and then also my time management isn't great. And I feel like more recently it has become very bad. I feel like it wasn't that bad at the beginning of the year, but I've been like really, really late to some things recently. And although I am usually like, I will always be 5 minutes late, maybe. Either 5 minutes late or like half an hour early. There's not really an in between, like just being on time or like 2 minutes early. But we'll figure that out. And I think I've just been really tired. And then my executive function is just not functioning. So I need to work on that and also work on getting up when I set my alarm and going to bed at a normal time. I feel like I was doing really well. I was going to bed at 11. I'm just yapping about stuff right now. I was like, I'll only do a half an hour video. It's not going to be half an hour. I have so much more to say. It's kind of funny. These streams are helpful for me because I can see that there's people there and it's quite nice to just chat because I have a lot to say. But it's also good for us to get to know each other. Anyway, I feel like there's more things. Oh, I was going back to the vision boarding. I basically vision board all the time on Pinterest, and I kind of am thinking about it's like not that exciting, but I'm kind of thinking about like maybe posting so that you guys can see what I'm up to, and it gives that like I have some aesthetic like visions for the year of like Ruti and the next project, whatever that's gonna be, and gigs and you know aspirations and stuff. So maybe I'll like open up my Pinterest for all of you to see. I feel like I don't want to spread myself out onto like a million different. I already struggle with just Instagram and TikTok. Like I forget X and YouTube as well, because this is for some reason in the past like last half of the year we've been like the views on the videos that I've been posting have been like more than I could have imagined. Like honestly, I'm thankful. This sounds like I'm like really sucking up to YouTube right now, but generally, I don't know what the algorithm's doing, but it's been pushing the music out there. And even if I get like 700 views on one TikTok over like a week, my long form YouTube videos are doing like 5K on the first day, and that's really also quite, what's the word, like exciting for me, because it means that people aren't craving short form content like they keep telling us. Do you know what I mean? So, and by they I mean like Meta and whoever else, I don't care. But yeah, people want to see like a full visual, and people have got the attention span for 3 minutes, God forbid. Do you know what I mean? It means I get to do fun things. Also, I hope to do some more music videos next year, like not just visualizers of me sitting and just like looking cute. I want some like I want to do like I don't know, like my acting debut. And some more dancing and some more like ones that are more dramatized, and I get to like go to fun locations and have actors in the thing interacting with me. That's kind of what I hope for. So yes, that's some more inspirations. I think most of I have some more resolutions, and tomorrow before we vision board we're going to do like ins and outs list. So like in for 2026. Let's think of some examples. Oh, my housemate said yesterday, in pickles are in, of course, and not being ashamed of loving pickles. And out is what would out be? I can't really think of one right now. What are some of your ins for 2026? Let's not think about the negativity and the outs for 2025, unless it's like a good thing. Tell me some of your ins, because and that's another thing actually, because this year my word of kombucha is in for 2026. Green tea is in for sure. Ruti is in. Yeah, yes, I agree. What else is in? Going to the GP. Sorry, I'm just thinking about my acid reflux. It's been bad all year, and I just kind of sorted it out a little bit. Being offline is in. I agree. And that's another thing. Another one of my resolutions is cutting down my screen time and using my phone in a more in more of like a laptop way instead of constantly there way. So excuse me. Oh my god. That'll be the acid reflux. So like using it instead of it being on me all the time. I think actually that reminds me, I got this tiny little phone. Speaking up for those who need it is in. Absolutely. Absolutely in. Gardening is in. Yes, even in the winter. I'm not very good at looking after plants. So for me, forcing myself to have plants because aesthetically it's good and I should be able to look after them is out. But that's okay. I love gardens. I like to go to them. I think it's okay that I'm not the gardener. We can all be gardeners, but we don't all have to be gardeners. I would like to get some fake plants. Oh god. Okay, yeah, I'll get my acid reflux. I'll get my acid reflux sorted. I did go to the A&E at one point because it was really bad, but they checked me and they were like, it's fine. I think I need to go ENT. But anyway, let's not talk about that right now. Fake plants are in for me personally because I really love greenery. Green obviously is my favorite color. I might have said it before. So also shamelessness. But wait, no, actually, let's be clear. Shamelessness in the sense of liking things that you like gardening. Obviously, gardening is great, so I don't know why there'd be any shame attached to that. But like liking pickles and liking certain kinds of cheese, I don't know, or like enjoying taking pictures of your food before you eat it. Do it. If you love that, do it shamelessly. Taking pictures in public of yourself, shamelessly, do it. That's in. Living shamelessly in the sense that you like things and don't feel ashamed for things that are not hurting people. Do you know what I mean? To be cringe is to be free. Exactly. Chamomile and honey. Please. Thank you. That is, yeah. Just and it's the same for me. Like sometimes I'll have to like record stuff in public. I've just got to do it with full conviction, I fear, because it's part of the job. But also, why not? Why not? People they might remember that they saw someone doing that in the street, but ultimately, it's fine. Yeah, like shamelessly wearing Snoopy as often as possible. Exactly. Or like, I don't know, watching cartoons. I love watching cartoons. I really love watching cartoons. And also, I'm not like a big book reader. And I've tried, this year and last year were big years for getting back into reading for me. And I was reading Twilight to get myself back into it, shamelessly. Doesn't matter who's looking at me like, why is this 26-year-old not watching Twilight, reading Twilight on the train? Like, I don't care. I'm really having a good time reading that series. And I'm also reading the ACOTAR series as well. Shamelessly, because it's fun. It's really fun. And it's not serious. So, and listening to audiobooks. And not also, if you don't love reading, you don't have to. There are other ways of retaining information or taking in like art and stories and fiction. So yes. What cartoons do I like? Actually, I haven't really watched any recently. I'm not very good at watching things. I don't watch a lot of films, but I'd like to watch a film a week. That's my goal for 2026. I forgot what year we were going into. Yes. Where was I going? I've literally my train of thought is gone. Also, there's a lot of because of like my I guess my time management and trying to sort out like trying to not be on my phone that often and organize my life. I think I'm going to shamelessly do things that will help me because sometimes I feel like I just should be able to do these things and there's just too much to think about all the time. So having like weird either rituals to help me do stuff in a healthy way. And like, being over prepared, sorting out my clothes the night before, like I'm going to school, or having a million notebooks for different things. I've got this new, actually, I bought this new notebook for, 2026. It's really cute. Can't remember, don't even know who it's about, Kaleido. But I got it in a lovely little shop that I can't remember. I would have shouted them out, but it was in Leigh-on-Sea. Big up Leigh-on-Sea, I love it there. Because I'm from Essex, obviously, so that's fairly nearby. But yeah, sorry, I'm reading the comments now because I saw them coming in, but it was just yapping. Okay. Oh, hang on. Carry glass mushrooms because they make me feel musical. Yeah, exactly. Like carrying little toys in my bag. I have like a few fidget toys to help me kind of concentrate, although sometimes I forget them. And like, wearing things that I really enjoy. Having a million Pinterest boards to help me be inspired for outfits. What else? Like, there'll be some other things. Also, because I'm learning a language right now, I'm also trying to like not be ashamed of using Duolingo on the daily. I'm not only using Duolingo to learn the language. I also have a lovely tutor, but using that just to help me like practice it a little bit day. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing because I fear that I've lost where I was thinking. I also have a file of facts, which I'm going to try and get back into. It does help me to have the calendar on my phone, but also I think writing it down is probably going to be better to keep me off my phone. I don't know how. That's the only thing that I'm worried about with trying to not use this phone as often and not having it on me, is that writing notes, and although I have a notebook, so that's fine. But it's so convenient. And then also having my calendar just right there. And then if I have like a physical calendar, sometimes it's hard to remember to like scribble it down. But I guess if I have it on me at all times, because I'm more likely to forget my calendar than my phone. Do you see what I'm saying? So I need to figure that out. I also need to get my it's not really a burner phone, but we'll call it a burner phone. I left it at a studio like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and it's really cute, and I really hope they still have it. They did email me like maybe earlier this year. I need to get it back, but I just haven't. It's never at the front of my mind. I didn't used to live near them, but now I live near them. But I just still haven't. You know what it's like when you just like, it's kind of not gonna take that long, but there's not like just enough time in the day. And then when you have a day off, you're not thinking about going to collect your phone from a studio or the phone that you literally don't use. But I want to bring that phone back into my life and that to be like my main phone. We'll have to figure that out at some point during January. Anyway, more art and more crafts as well. Okay, let's move on from resolutions and ins and outs. Oh, I just scratched something too hard and now I'm bleeding. Good. I've got like already in January, there's a lot of things happening and there's a lot of things I'm excited about. Some of those things I can't tell you about. And that's okay because I don't know. They're not really things that are like, they're more things, I don't know. They're not really things that would change your life. Do you know what I mean? But it's fine. Anyway, we've got to keep boundaries. If this is going to work, you and me, we've got to have boundaries, and I don't have to tell you everything that I'm doing, every place I'm going to be. But yes, Young Voices is coming up. Let me talk about Young Voices for a second, if you don't mind. Young Voices is my favourite time of year, which is January usually, but I'm actually going to be part of Young Voices. Okay, so Young Voices, if you haven't heard me talk about it before, if I can do this in under 2 minutes, that will be a miracle. It's like, I know, let me do the sales pitch, wait. Because I have some interviews coming up about Young Voices, because I'm an ambassador for their Young Voices Foundation. But basically, it's like this choir series of like 4 to 11-year-olds. And they all learn the same thing at their primary school. and then they come to big arenas around the country and they all sing them together and they have special guests, and I'm going to be one of the special guests this year. I love it so much and I'm so honored to be one of their like ambassadors. It's the foundation raises money for it. I guess it's like, you know, it's the foundation within the organization, but they raise money so that kids from schools that maybe can't afford it or wouldn't get the funding or are unable to get the funding from the government, classic, they can go for free. And I feel like that's very, very important. Obviously, it's kind of, you know, they have to have, schools have to pay so that young voices can actually fund themselves, because it's not like they're getting government funding either. But, you know, it's really important for kids to be able to have these huge experiences in art. I think obviously this is specifically music. First of all, it's so much fun. Like, it doesn't matter whether they get really into music afterwards, but they go out for the day. They get to miss school for like half the day. They go to an arena. They practice at the arena. They do the rehearsal with the band. Then in the evening, they perform to all of their parents. And let's remember that arenas are like 26,000 people. So like the O2 is, yeah, I think it's 23,000. Doesn't matter. That's insane. And it's their 30th anniversary. It's Young Voices' 30th anniversary. I did Young Voices as well when I was 8 with my primary school. So it obviously means a lot to me, and it must have been, well, I know that it was, but also, like, at the time you don't think this is a very important, significant moment when you're 8 years old. But things have come full circle, and now I'm back with them and, you know, an ambassador, and I love them, and it's such a great, it's also like, I'm maybe a little bit selfish because I have the best time ever doing the tour, and I also have the best time ever going to see the shows. So yes, I am so excited for it. And I do, like I was saying before, I think it's very important for kids to start discovering outlets for expression, because I feel like a lot of outlets for expression are shut down at a certain age. You know how it is. Like, it's very cliche for, you know, some young kids to like be told not to do certain types of dancing or do music or sing or be in musical theatre or paint or enjoy certain things because of the gender they were assigned at birth, or like, oh, because, like, you know, wearing that, having this outlet which might be fashion, that's not what you should be doing, you know, you'll stand out too much, stuff like that, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's so important for them to have outlets of expression, because otherwise that's where the pent up resentment and anger comes in, and because there's nowhere for the emotions to go. Even just joy, do you know what I mean? Even just like enjoying life. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I've not quite explained that well, but that's why I think Young Voices is so important, because it doesn't really matter. Obviously, I love music and that's my biggest outlet for expression. But like, it kind of shows kids that there are things out there that they can enjoy and that they can express themselves through, whether they're really, really good at it or not. Do you know what I mean? So Young Voices is just so great. I love it. I love it so much. And I'm so excited. And I get to sing with them. I'm going to be singing one of my own songs first. Like, and it's quite nice as well, because it's going to be like the first big concert that some kids had gone to ever. It was my first like big concert ever. I think maybe potentially like the year before that I'd been to the O2 to go see like Disney on Ice, but like this was like live band, the special guests one of the special guests was, like, Beverly Knight. She sang a song, and, like, I'd never been to a concert of any kind before, so it was, again, we get to put a show on for the kids, they put a show on for the parents, and then we all get to sing together and dance together. It's just wonderful. That was way over 2 minutes. I don't know how long that was, but either way, I'm excited about it, and I'm doing it in January and February. I'm so excited. What else am I excited about? I'm excited about the music that is about to come out because I've done How Can You Help Young Voices? I believe let me just find something. So you're gonna have to watch me typing on my laptop. Young Voices Foundation is what I'm trying to find because someone asked how they can help. And basically, you can donate. And you don't have to donate a lot. That's not what this whole conversation was about. But if you're asking, I'm gonna give it to you because I care about them a lot. I'm gonna send you the link to donate. Actually, do you know what? I'm not gonna send that because I don't know how to do that. But if you go to the Young Voices Foundation website, which is just search Young Voices Foundation, you can donate. And obviously, how do you? Okay, well, either way, if you want to donate to Young Voices Foundation, you can. But you make music. What do you mean? How can you help young voices? Do we need a lead? Unfortunately, they have a band, and it's been the same band for a while. It's kind of the same team generally, but you never know. I'm not the guy to ask about the band because I'm not the musical director. I'm just there to sing. I'm just there to sing and ask people to donate to the foundation and be the face of the foundation. But yes. Yeah. But anyway, that means so much to me. Moving on. What else am I doing? I think there'll be some more trips around the world, which will be fun. I'm very, very fortunate to be able to jet set. Especially as a kid, we did not jet set. I remember the first time I went on a plane, which was, 20 years ago now. And then after that, it was like another 11 years. And that was with school. So, the fact that this year I've been on a plane, I actually hate flying. But I've been on a plane maybe 10 times this year. Not 10 different trips, but I guess just dotting around. I'm very privileged to be able to do that and just have the opportunity to have friends in other countries now because of that I can visit. Obviously, this year I have been the place that I visited the most this year is Stockholm because I love it so much. Hence why I'm also learning Swedish so that I can eventually either move there or just spend half my time there and half my time here because there's something about the city that just makes me feel really warm inside. But also, yeah, actually I've mainly been traveling for work. Either way, I can't wait to do that again next year. And it's been, I feel like I said at the beginning of this that looking back, let's have a look back at the year. I genuinely had no thoughts in my mind about where this year was going. I feel like years before I'd been super, super excited about the new year, but I don't even remember what I did last New Year's. I was just whatever. I guess it's another year coming. We'll see what happens with the career, whether I can keep going or not. But then it's actually genuinely been the biggest year of my life. So yes. Even at the beginning of the year, I had this camp that was with the publisher that I used to be signed to, and it was just a really beautiful experience. It felt like I was on the edge of like just wanting to quit, just like, let's just get this contract over with. Like, I'll just meet it to the end and then I'll just stop. Like, I know that I feel like it sounds like that's not what I thought, maybe from the outside, even from people that I work with. They're probably like, I don't think you felt that because you kept going. But I really was like, was so ready. And it was stressing me out. But then like, yeah. I guess I had this camp and it made me really inspired because I wasn't making music for myself. And then I did like what did I do? Oh yeah, I met like some people that I've worked with a lot this year, and like Dan from Bastille, and obviously I supported Bastille at the end of this year. Literally could not have seen that coming at all, but we'll get there. And then also got like a random advert, which I thought was really fun. I always wanted to do like voiceover works. So I did get that one random advert for Wilkinson Sword that I never posted about because I wasn't sure. It's kind of more like a side hustle thing, I think. I hope to do it again. Um, and then I also, yeah, I met some other producers that I ended up going to some studios with for a long time to write some music that could potentially be on a big project that will be coming out in due course, in time. Anyway, it was an advert for Wilkinson Sword, which is the razor company, which is quite ironic for me. But yeah, it was fun and it was work and it helped me pay my rent. So that's all I can ask for, really. What else did I do? Oh, and then so after that, I was like, "Hey, I like music. I think I like music still. I think I still want to do this." Um, but I was still like, it felt like I had no idea where I just had no direction. But I had a direction. I just felt like I wasn't confident in it because it didn't feel like others were confident in that direction with me. Um, and then it was like February. I don't remember what happened then. But we were getting ready for the tour. And I did some fun sessions then. I think I wrote Maybe I Got It Wrong in February, like end of February. And I moved to London in February. So that was huge. And that was like, it was end of February though. So yeah, anyway, but I remember writing Maybe I Got It Wrong in February. And I was like, this is interesting. I really, really, really like this. And then it was March and I went to Stockholm for the second time. And I was there for like a couple of weeks. Excuse me. I feel like there I'd like been listening to the music that I had been writing and I was like, just like, there's so much good stuff here and I just want this to be the EP. I didn't write a lot of it. I only wrote one song in Stockholm that's on the EP. But yeah, I just like I was like, this is the EP and these are the songs. And then after Stockholm, I was like, here's the EP. And everyone was like, wait, this is good. We like this and it's consistent and cohesive and it sounds like you. And I'm like, okay. And then from then on, it's just been crazy. I don't need to go through every single aspect and detail of my year. But then I guess it was the tour. Then April, May. May was something. I don't know what happened. June potentially was Livy Rod's. And that was crazy. Opening for Olivia Rodrigo at British Summertime was a big, big gig. And I loved that day actually. I really loved my outfit. And it was sunny and my friends were there. Oh, it was so nice. I've also made a lot of friends this year. Well, actually no, not like a lot, like a big amount, but just like really, really close friends that I've become really close with in such a short period of time. But you know, when you meet people that are like, oh, we're meant to like be together. In romantically but platonically, do you know what I mean? Just like we're meant to be in each other's lives, and I think that's really lovely. It's been a bad year romantically, not platonically, but platonic love year this year has been so gorgeous, and I'm very, very lucky once again. Again, I had no plans. I wasn't expecting any of this year at all. And I'm trying not to have expectations for next year as well. But also, it feels like this year was a big foundation for the next year. Very exciting. How did I start out networking? Again, I feel like I was just very lucky with it all because I was on The Voice, and after The Voice, after winning The Voice, I just got immediately signed. But I guess I met people during that year when I was really young. I was 18. So it was kind of like I was just meeting people because I was already like just immediately into the industry. Oh, how fun. Okay, wait, let me just let me turn that light back on because this looks bad. I knew it was going to die because I was only expecting to do half an hour and now it's 50 minutes in. Thank you, Nico. That's really sweet. Nico, probably, instead of Nico. But hello, and hello to you in France. Sorry, let me sort this out. Is this the light? Hello? Whoa, that was really bright. Okay, we're back. Cheers. But what was I saying? Yeah, so what I was saying is I was very lucky. However, networking, you kind of have to just hope. Obviously, don't do everything, especially things that you really don't have good feelings about. But just like collaborating with people and not having high expectations. You don't have to collaborate and everything has to be a thing. Collaborating with people, and then through those people, you might meet other people. Putting yourself out there on social media, I know that's awful because I also don't enjoy it. But that is networking online right now is there's just so many people out there. So I would really recommend just like reaching out to artists, honestly. Sometimes they might not see it, but sometimes people will see it. And you just got to kind of just go for things that feel right. I'm trying to think of other things. Go to open mics, not open mics, jam nights. Well, it depends what you do. Go to open mics. Do go to open mics, because even if you're not a singer, you might meet some artists to like play for and stuff like that. You've just really got maybe DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is just Ruti with like 11 eyes at the end, because we can chat there instead of over over YouTube chat. But don't worry about it. Yeah, but like honestly, just go for it. And also, not everything has to be perfect. Like when you're showing people stuff, some people, they're like, oh no, we get it, it's in its like rawest form. Like when you're showing people songs, it's like, we get it, it's in your, like, you know, you're just still working on it. But then they'll be like, you know, it's not ready enough. Yeah, because it's like a demo or something like that. Just not everything has to be super clean and perfect. And I think I'm such a perfectionist, so I have to like, I'm talking about random stuff now. But when you're networking, just like online is probably the easiest and most varied way. But going to events is really important. And going to really small events, even if you're like, this is too small, go to it. It's just practicing it. Just go to it. What's my favorite live? Oh, wait, which song did I like making the most this year? There's a lot of songs that I've really enjoyed making this year, but they're not out yet. And they're my favorite ones so far. Because honestly, the songs on my EP, maybe I got it wrong, I wrote this year, and Turn the Key. Okay, I enjoyed making both of those. Turn the Key was maybe the most fun because it was just me and my friends and we were in the studio and it was unexpected and it was cute. So maybe that's one that I enjoyed the most that I can tell you about. But the others are not out yet and might not be out for a few months, but you'll hear them next year, don't worry. And I had a period of time of making music a few months ago, that was so focused and so much fun and so fruitful, and so inspiring. Not to be all like, what's the word? No, to be cringe and to be cheesy and wanky, but it was such a gorgeous time, and I was with some gorgeous people, and we had some gorgeous fun, and I feel like you can hear it in the music so much, and you can tell that I know, or I'm more confident in myself. It's not really about. I feel like with me, I change all the time, and I have lots of varied tastes and or no taste at all or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So like you can just hear that there's more focus in it, even though the songs all sound different. It's great. It's really exciting. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just very excited, and I feel a huge sense of relief. I think everyone in my team does because, well, I wasn't really panicking because I knew that I had some growing to do and I had some journeying to do to figure out where this was going when I got the motivation to do it again. But everyone else was like, we don't know what it is. We don't know what the sound is. I was like, guys, hold my beer for like just a few months. And now we're all like super excited and it's great. It's fair that people were worried, but it's all paid off. It's all paid off. What time is it? Okay, only a few minutes left. Yes, I don't really have anything else on my list, but I'm excited for tomorrow to like create some vision boards. I've got all of my crafts ready. I could end this live, but when you just want it to be like perfectly timed. So I am going to give it 3 and a bit minutes. But if you have any questions, now is the time. Ask me anything, and then I will see you in the new year. I have heard of Aurora. Oh, yes, I have heard of Aurora, and I really like her music. I don't. I wonder if I can give any good. I've been trying to listen to Air recently. You know the French band Air from like they had like actually no they had a release this year, but like most of their albums are from like late 90s, early noughties, and I feel like I'm trying to get into it, but I kind of get it. I do get it, but I'm just like not fully there right now. When am I coming to Scotland? Hopefully next year. I'm sure that I'll be doing some gigs. I'm sure there'll be a tour. If I have a favorite food, sushi. Okay, like I love a lot of food, and I'm very open to a lot of foods. But sushi, we're gonna have sushi tomorrow, because I every place that I've been to this year, except for when I went to Ibiza with my friend, which sounds way more glamorous than it was. We got an insane deal and we just spent the day by the pool. Like it was an insane deal, but it's because it was off peak. Off peak, it was like 23 degrees, fine, lovely. We got like lovely bit of suntan, a bit of vitamin D. We went for 4 nights, but we didn't eat sushi there, but we ate a lot of rice and I love rice. Back to sushi. Sushi is, I eat it everywhere I go. But thankfully I go to places that have like good sushi, because either they've got like a really good either they've got like quite a big Japanese community. I know there's like different types of sushi, but usually I'll go to like a Japanese restaurant. So like in LA, there's some really lovely places where that have been there for like years and years, and the food is just great, and it's just like one guy making it behind the bar, and there's actually not that many people in there. I know it sounds so annoying of me to be like this quiet little spot, nobody knows about it, but I was just lucky enough to be taken there, and I was like, amazing. And then also in Stockholm, they have some good fish there. So I think the sushi is good. I've enjoyed it. Maybe I don't know what good sushi is. I need to go to have proper authentic sushi. Well, I feel like those are really authentic places as well. But I just really like it. I really, really love it. Will I release my music on vinyl one day? Yes, I will. I will definitely do that. So keep your eyes peeled. Probably not the EP, although I really want to put the EP on CD. Oh no, we're at an hour. We're at an hour, and I didn't stop it in time. Okay, well that's fine. We'll keep going. But I do need to eat something. It's 9 o'clock, and I don't want to eat. Oh, it's already too late. But I've got soup, so it's fine. Anyway, yeah, sushi is my favorite thing. Will I release some music on vinyl? Yes, I will. And I won't say any more about that. But I want to put my EP on CDs. And I don't want to do it because I have a CD burner and I don't really want to do it that way. I want to get like some actual like properly burnt CDs from a company instead of my bedroom. But I think let's finish there. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been really fun. I cannot wait for the next year. I'm so thankful to all of you for being part of the journey this year. It's been honestly amazing. It's been so great. And I can't wait to share more stuff with you next year. Have a lovely new year, whatever you're doing, or just take care of yourself. And I will see you in 2026. Yes, you can follow me on all of the social platforms, and all of my music is still there to listen to. I'm Ruti, obviously, if you didn't know. Love you lots. Bye.